What's up everyone? So this is my first ever One Piece chapter review. Now I know I said I'd be doing an analysis video today, but the chapter came out a day early this week. And I still want to do this review video, so I'm bumping analysis back by a day, and I'm doing this instead for the moment. Now, One Piece chapter 881, A Wave Room. Straw Hat Grand Fleet cover story still going on. It's Sai's section right now, and I think it just about wrapped up because I think every cover story so far has been 5 chapters, I believe. And this was Sai's 5th chapter. It was pretty funny, but on to the main stuff. So Jinbei getting them out of the wave. Now last week, if you saw, I made a prediction that Carrot would actually be the one to get them out of this situation. But I liked Oda's solution a lot. The other things I was considering was, maybe someone swoops in and saves them, like, I don't know, maybe Germa 66, maybe the Fishmen Pirates that were maybe hanging around. But I didn't quite like those scenarios just because it seems like a little out of nowhere. Now, the other option was maybe Jinbei doing something with Fishman Karate, something that we would already have expected of him. But I think that would have been a little generic, maybe a little uninspired, not as much of an interesting twist. But the Helmsman solution, that's something I can get behind. Because as we've seen, all the Straw Hats are basically exceptional in their own areas. Like, Nami's not just a good navigator, she's maybe the world's best navigator. Sanjay's not just a good cook, he's an amazing cook. So it makes sense that Jinbei would be amazing as a helmsman too, and Oda just took this moment, this chapter, to kind of emphasize that aspect of it. If you think about it, this kind of really makes the Straw Hat crew really broke in terms of seafaring, because the Sunny is an amazing ship already, right? It's super duper made by Frankie, it's some one-of-a-kind, next-gen, super techno advanced ship. And then they've got Nami, who's the best navigator we've seen so far, and now we've got Jinbei, who could literally surf through tsunamis. So the Sunny has got a good situation going for it. So I really like seeing that aspect of Jinbei brought to light. And what's cool is that this actually kills 2 birds with 1 stone. So one, as we know, they had to get away from the tsunami. That was the immediate danger, right? But on the other hand, they also apparently had to stall for several hours. So how are they going to be escaping from Big Mom for several hours? Well, if Jinbei just has them surf underneath the wave, then that makes Perospero think that the Straw Hats have died. That kind of gets Big Mom and Perospero off their tail, at least for the moment. So we won't have as much chase scenes going on, I hope, for the next couple chapters. Maybe we can focus a little more on Luffy versus Katakuri. So that kind of gets that deal out of the way. And speaking of Luffy versus Katakuri, I have really been liking what I've been seeing of Luffy in the last several chapters, right? So just from the start, where he gets into the mirror world with Katakuri, isolates him, breaks the mirror, and it's like, alright, we're doing this 1v1. I'm letting my crew get away. And everything we've seen of him since then has just been 10 out of 10 captain material. And we saw that this chapter. He's giving orders. He's taking all the burden upon himself. He's saying, break the mirrors. I can handle this. You all get away. I'm going to be fine. Even though, from what we see right now, he's in an absolutely desperate situation. Oda has really been emphasizing the fact that Luffy is kind of out of his league right now, and he's basically put himself in a do-or-die scenario. But despite that, he's still stepping up as a captain and watching out for his crew and making sure that they stay strong. Because that whole scenario where he's taking the mirror shards, he's put him in his mouth, Katakuri is raining blows down upon him, but even then, Luffy spits it out, takes a moment to gather himself, and then puts on like a goofy face and is like, guys, I'm gonna be alright, this is the same deal as usual, I'll make it out fine, you all get out of here, I'll meet up with you later. And the crew just eat it up. That's, again, 5-star captain material right there. Now, as for Luffy versus Katakuri, we know that Luffy's out of his depth. What's cool is that Nami, Brook, Chopper, Carrot, they all ate up Luffy's act. They're like, Luffy's getting out of here. He always wins, but they don't actually know the levels at that top tier of fighting. Jinbei's an experienced fighter. He knows how strong Katakuri is. He knows that there probably is a bit of a gap between Luffy and Katakuri, and that Luffy is definitely in more trouble than he is letting on. And with that in mind, I actually really like the fact that the way that this fight seems to be playing out is that this is something that we've never seen before. Think about it. Luffy in an isolated 1v1 like this with Katakuri against someone who is legitimately stronger than him. I don't think we've ever had this before. Think of all the fights where Luffy's fought someone stronger than him in a 1v1, right? So, Luffy versus Crocodile. This isn't like Luffy versus Crocodile. Luffy just gets impaled, tossed into the desert. Crocodile doesn't really care about him. He's like, alright, Luffy's done for, I'm moving on. This isn't like Luffy versus Aokiji, where Luffy fights Aokiji, he's outclassed, but Aokiji's a nice guy, he's gonna let him off the hook. This isn't like Luffy versus Magellan, where Magellan wasn't looking to kill Luffy. Magellan just wanted to capture Luffy, throw him in jail. No. This is an isolated 1v1. Luffy is fighting someone who is stronger than him, who also has high expectations of Luffy, so he's not letting him off the hook. Katakuri doesn't want to capture Luffy. Katakuri wants to kill Luffy here, and the mirrors are broken, so no one is coming in and saving him. So Luffy is basically in a win or die situation. He either has to step up, come up with something new, or he loses because Katakuri right now is stronger than Luffy. But necessity is the mother of invention. Luffy had to get stronger at some point, so I think Oda has constructed an amazing scenario where Luffy's got his back against the wall, he's up against someone who's stronger than him in every way, and the only way he gets out of this is if he comes up with something new right now. So I think we're set up for a really big moment coming up. Lastly, I think it sucks that we've got a break coming up, but I do understand the timing, because right now we got a bit of a breather, and then the next several chapters, Oda can probably just do like action, 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 back to back to back. So that's my review of chapter 881. I really liked it. I think pieces are set up in place for a lot of drama to play out in the next few chapters. I am a little confused that this is going to be taking 10 hours apparently. I wouldn't expect Luffy to be able to fight Katakuri for that long, but you know, maybe they won't be fighting for that long, maybe something happens. If you enjoyed this video, if you want more reviews in the future, I will be doing these videos every week from here on out. So if you're a new viewer, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe for more content every week. And I've got a new analysis video coming out tomorrow, so check it out.